He must be like, this guy is never going to last 8 years, and for sure he's going to win again. I'm going to be the president.
So you think for sure he wins again is that because whoever the Democrats decide to put in is going to be an equal turd sandwich again?
You're a super smart dude, but you're also a brute. You're a big, giant, savage motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
So how many people have underestimated you because you're a big, giant, savage motherfucker?
Plenty.
And talked stupid to you and acted like you were a moron?
I'd say equal street fights to fights in the UFC.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, right? And just people in general. Like, they'll get snotty. I don't take stevia. I drink
Yeah, I'm
black.
good. I'm
like,
going
I like
black.
my men. But I think there's a certain part of us that might be doing that with him. I don't think he is. I think he's really good at winning. This is not an endorsement of him.
No caveats necessary.
Yeah, I'm horrified by this immigration policy of separating children from their parents. I think that's subhuman.
His wife came out and said that was bullshit, right?
Yeah, his wife's an immigrant, bro. His wife barely speaks English. It's chaos, right? It's crazy. I hate all that stuff. These are just families. They're just people who love each other. You got to keep them together. If they break the law, you keep them together. Get them out of here if you want. I mean, if you want to send them back to wherever they came from, if you're hell-bent on that, but taking them from their kids is subhuman. I mean, it's beyond. It's not us. It's not what we're doing in 2018. All that aside, he's probably going to fucking win again, man. I think he's probably going to win again. I think he gets in these confrontations with people, and they think he's a dolt. And I don't think he's a dolt. I think there's no way he could be as successful as he's been. I know he's had ups and downs and shit like that, but like, what he just the way he was able to dismantle all those guys in those Republican debates, they didn't know
he tore him apart.
Tore
Tore him apart.
They had no business. They had no business doing that with him. They just were too emotionally tied up in his responses. There was so much negativity and energy. It was like, there's all this anxiety, like a fight where a guy's in full panic. You know, you've seen like street fights, especially, guys just go into full panic.
Or even just talking shit in the schoolyard. You know, like one guy's getting bullied, bully's got the crowd watching him, and the other guy's like, well, but you're fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's like, oh, that ain't gonna work. You know?
Yeah.
That's what the rest of them look like. Ted Cruz, that's what they all looked like.
He's just been doing this his whole life. He's been talking shit his whole life. You know? And he's got a lot of fucking supporters. And if the economy keeps doing good, man, it's going to be a hard sell to put some guy in there like Bernie Sanders, who, you know, all the right-wing people think just wants to give away all your money. Give away all your money to welfare brats.
Even the left was protecting against that.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's still money on the left.
I should point out, I know jack shit about politics. This is very important to point out. Anybody that ever says you shouldn't be talking about politics, that's crazy, because anybody should be able to talk about whatever they want. But what I shouldn't do is give anybody the impression that I know what I'm talking about, because I definitely don't. Like, if you had to get me to explain to you how Congress and the Senate works and how long the terms are and what's the what they have to do, that'd be a sloppy ass fucking conversation, right? I'm no political expert, you know. Like Mike Pence is no MMA expert. You know what I mean? Like, he probably could tell you who Conor McGregor is. You know, like, that's probably like we have equal knowledge in government.
Yeah.
But still, he might win. Just in terms of like games.
He definitely could. Yeah.
It's a game.
He definitely could.
Look, what is it? It's a fucking game. It's a game. It's a very high stakes, gigantic game where you're trying to win a popularity contest. He won.
What do you think of The Rock potentially becoming president at one day? That shit blew up, and I was like, wait a minute now. If you look at the current state, and it is a popularity contest, and we want somebody who can literally rock the mic, has the gift of gab.
Yeah.
But then you also have somebody who's doing humanitarian shit, is as famous as fucking anyone has ever been, highest paid dude in Hollywood.
He's so nice too.
Yeah,
Such a nice
You look
guy.
at that guy and you don't question his character.
No, he's a sweetheart. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. You meet him in real life, he's like that too. Oh, he's a big motherfucker, big giant motherfucker.
I think he could do it.
He could win. He could win, especially if he has Oprah as his VP. And I'm not even fucking around. Not saying it's a good idea, folks. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying. You don't think that The Rock and Oprah could win? But who would be? Women would get super pissed off if The Rock was the president and Oprah was VP. Oprah would have to say, "Look, I'm busy."
She's potentially next in line. That's not a bad thing. She's
Yeah,
Mike Pence, nodding in approval.
But a lot of people would want her to be president. Oprah to be the first female president to counter, like the first celebrity president being Trump. Oprah counters that with the first female celebrity president. Bah! See, that's a big win.
Would The Rock be VP in that situation?
It's tough to get The Rock to take a fucking back seat.
Yeah,
son.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
The Rock he's The Rock. It's tough to get him to take a back seat. It would be fascinating to see what happens next. That's what's going to be, how we're going to try to play this out. How people are going to play this out, the popularity contest aspect of it. Because it's just, okay, if it really devolves into that. It's like, and here's the other thing. How much of his regulations are helping?
And what do we do now that has really fucked up, maybe permanent consequences to the earth?
That's true too, right? But what stuff have they implemented other than, I know they did offshore drilling, right? That concerned a lot of people. And it was explained better to me about the monuments and the private land. I've read a bunch of different, and public land rather, I've read a bunch of different takes on that. And essentially what they did is bring it back to where it was before the Obama administration changed it. So it was listed a certain way, and then when the Obama administration changed it, they felt that was an overstep. I don't know why. And it doesn't seem to be they haven't started any like mineral drills or oil drills or anything in these areas. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're really just trying to deregulate things more. They feel like the government overstepped their boundaries, or if they really have nefarious ideas and they're trying to like figure out a way to get some oil out of a salmon river.
Time will tell.
Yeah, man.